Hi everyone, so today we will be exploring the sketchbook application and I'll show you how you can make a sketch. So to begin with, I suggest everybody that you go and then explore the brushes, the pencils and the pens that are available there. I always do it as a first step when I'm going to a new software, so you can understand which tool you can control the best and which one suits your style. So try with different opacity settings and different sizes. So for example, here I was trying all the brushes and then finally I liked one of it, so I was using it for the rest of the sketch. Next we will import the picture so we can make an actual sketch and I can show it to you. So for sketchbook we have to pinch on the photo so that we can resize it, but for other applications generally we have the transform box. So now we have lowered the opacity of the layer, and on a top layer I'm doing the outline of it as a reference. So this will, if you are an artist, then you will pick it up very quickly. Otherwise it will take you some time to get used to it, but it is really easy because you have your reference right beneath the layer that you're drawing on. So this is how you have to complete the entire outline. Now I wanted to make some changes to the facial features, so I'm making the changes on a new layer and I have again adjusted the opacity of the original layer, and then when I like it I will erase it from the layer down. So that is how I like to work. So you have your reference and then you have the new one as well. So once you are ready with the final drawing, we can move on to coloring it. So it's like unlimited changes till you are happy with it. So I have set a background color. I like to set a background color generally as my art style, because that way I can understand how my colors are looking. Because if you make a whole painting and then you try putting a background color, then it will look very different against a dark background versus a light background. So that's how I do. I like to have a basic background color to begin with, and then if you are using the lasso tool that I have used, so that will help you to fill out the area quicker, so you don't have to use your brush for the entire area if it's a big surface. So like I have used here, and then for the remaining part you can again use your brush to fill it up. So you have to try out the brushes to understand which one you can use where. For example, for the broad areas, for the texture, for the highlights and shadows, and even for the thin areas. So it's all about experimenting a lot. And so this is my first time as well using Sketchbook, so I am also not used to all of the brushes, but here's what I like. Now once I have completed my basic coloring, I moved to a different software called Fresco because I have a lot of brushes already installed here and I really love the texture. So for example, this is a watercolor brush, and being a watercolor artist I love the effect that it gives. So for more detailing I'm doing it on Fresco because I'm more comfortable with it. But if you want to stick to one software, basically you can explore more in Sketchbook and you can install more brushes. But of course I would suggest that once you have to get used to the basic brushes and try making lots of lines so that you can have a control with your stylus or a pen or Apple Pencil, whatever you're using. So here we are completing the final touches of the painting and we are almost done with it, as you can see. I think one of the best thing, I personally liked Fresco because of course I've been using it for a longer time than Sketchbook, and it took me a little time to get used to the interface of Sketchbook. But a lot of artists use it and I think that is very good. So here again it's a very basic step again that I'm repeating, is to experiment with the brushes. So you have so many brush and I want to use a texture, so I have to see which one looks best, and that is what I'm doing again. And this is a non-negotiable step because if you want to identify your own style you have to put in your own efforts and invest some time and understand what looks best. I personally loved the cross hatching style. I liked how the texture looked, and here we have used this brush for the rest of the painting of the background, and here we go with the final